Hello and welcome to All For United with me, John Foster, MUFC. Andrew with me doing our car journey. Just the two of us today, Andrew. Connor's making his own way. How are you feeling this morning?
Uh, Bit flat after the United men's result, but I'm hoping the women's team can lift my mood today with another victory today.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were saying off camera. We put a tweet out yesterday that okay, the men's team obviously things aren't going so great, but now fans can get behind the women's team because we've still got a lot to go for. The men's season does look like it's pretty much fizzling away. That's kind of put it politely. Whereas the women's team, we've still got four real important games, haven't we? So starting today against Brighton at home on the way to Leigh Sports Village. It's been good on social media the last couple of weeks. A couple of interviews has gone out last couple of 3 days. I lad Mark Skinner, and that's kind of what I just put on the thumbnail. I want to talk about it because I think it's a positive thing. It's something that I very often talk about as well. The interviewer basically asked the same question to Skinner and Hayley Ladd. Would you have accepted this position at the start of the season? And I think it's credit to how well we've played throughout the season, where if fans turn around and says no, it's credit to how far that we've come because we've really pushed on. So, so what are your thoughts on that? Because both Ladd and Skinner both said yes, that they've accepted it at the start of the season. I think I would have done as well. Would you have been the same, Andrew?
Yeah, I would have been the same. I just think we'd rather have it in our own hands. And whether we was say back in like October, November, we were hitting a little bit of patchy form. Was thinking, are we going to in our own hands now? I mean, great result last week at Old Trafford. Now we just need to capitalise on that and stop City just by winning the last four games. I mean, City won yesterday and then got the goal difference we're in one in front. So I'm hoping we're going to get a good few goals today just to keep them off our tails. But yeah, I would have taken this position right now. I think Skinner said before it's one game at a time at the moment. Look, where we're going to like the final game of the season, or if we're in this position, what's going to happen? We just got to like today's game. Just don't underestimate Brighton. They're going to want to try and spring a surprise on us. And I mean, the away game back in December, I mean, they made it really tough for us. I think, especially that first half, we had to really work and we got in front, and then second half we just gave them more control. So I just think the early goal is going to be key for United today. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned City there, obviously winning yesterday. We've got to expect City to win every game now. We've just got to make sure that we win every game and outscore them. We have got that little buffer there, but it's not a massive buffer anymore regarding goal average. And we just need to win every game. Hayley Ladd was obviously on the interview, which makes me think that she'll start again today. Question is, will she start at centre back or CDM? We know Diane's not playing. So we've only got like one fifth centre back. Would you do something different this time and put Zelen back there, or keep it to Hayley Ladd? Hayley Ladd's a more experienced centre back, obviously, in a national career. But we do miss Hayley Ladd not being as a CDM as well, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, Hayley Ladd did well last week at Old Trafford as centre back. I think Skinner said that. Sure, I read some real interview this week. Said all about players like not being stuck to one position. They can play, different positions. And I think like when Zelen played at centre back against West Ham, I was pleasantly surprised. I was thinking West Ham could have exploited that, which they didn't, and Zelen was very short in the defence. So Skinner's definitely got options, but I think he'd probably go with Hayley Ladd in the defence. That way, Zelen could be further forward. So yeah, I just would stick with that for that assurance in the back. Obviously, Aaron Maria together. So yeah, interesting to see who he decides to put there.
Yeah. Do you think we found like a bit of a settled 11 when everyone is fit? Because it seems like Martha Thomas is gonna, she was on some interviews this week as well. Been playing really well. Galton's pretty much always going to get that left hand side down. Russo, is our number one striker. Do you reckon that front three is pretty much as is now, and the battle really is to do with the three midfielders?
I think so, yeah. I mean, that front three is definitely more set in them. I think at the start of the season, I think Skinner was trying to work it out. Well, obviously, particularly like Russo as well. I think I don't think she actually started a league game until like October, and I think what I was reading this week, that was sort of deliberate on United's part because she had that injury last year. They didn't want to rush her back, and then another injury would come along. So, but that front three, those positions are not like stuck to those, but they will. Like Russo will go through the middle and then she'll move out to the right, or like Thomas as well. She'll swap positions. Because I think it's probably more to the left and she'll stay there. And like Hannah will overlap as well in the attack as well. So that, as you said, the midfield is where there's a lot of choice to choose from. Zelen, Jackie, Hilda, Hayley Ladd. I think for a CDM, I think it's got to be Hayley Ladd. It's just then. Yeah.
It's nice to see Jackie and Katie playing well together, though. We've seen that quite a bit, at the start of the season, and now everyone's getting fit again. We've seen Jackie and Katie start together. I like that to continue. Vilda's done really well when she's come on. But Jack, to me, it's just a straight shootout. Whoever's on form needs to play in that spot. It's very rare that you'll see Jackie and Bobby to play on the same pitch now, because it looks like Tooney's got that centre attacking midfield down, because obviously she's not playing on the right as much. But again, if you're talking before about a plan B, or spiced up throughout the game, it does allow you to do that. So you can always put Tooney on that right hand side, and that does allow you to put Jackie and Bobby on the same pitch together, because I would like to see that, but not at the expense of Tooney. So that's pretty much where I'll stand. And I will just throw out one last question there. Fuso back from injury as well. Is there any chance that she's going to get a start? Because fans keep calling for it. I can't see who she's going to take the place of, to be honest.
I agree on that. That attacking front from United, it's just so settled now. I'm just thinking, I think Fuso can do a job coming off the bench, but at the moment, the last games, I don't see where she's going to be picking up a start, but she might have an impact from the bench, which we might need. Say if we are, I don't know, might be a goal down, or we're like 1-1 or something. We need somebody to change the game. So she could definitely have an impact on the bench.
Yeah, it's been a week as well since our last game, so fitness shouldn't really be an issue. We've got an international break after this as well, so Skinner's just going to choose what he thinks is his best starting 11 for this game, and just go forward, make substitutions at the right time as well, which I know is sometimes questionable for some fans, making some of the substitutions too late. I think he has got a little bit better throughout the season for that, though. I say better, that's just obviously our opinion on what's better and what's not. But he's definitely been bringing substitutions on earlier throughout the second half of the season. So if things aren't going well for us, or if we need that goal, he's giving players time to react and time to change the game, which is good. And even though we have still got a few injuries, we will have some game change on the bench as well as Fuso. We've got Hansen, Senior Brun. You'd expect those two to start on the bench, whether or not they'll both be on the bench as well as Fuso, because that's 3 spots taken up right there. But we have got options if it doesn't work out. So yeah, thoughts on any goal scoring predictions? I think it says 2-1 on Anthony's show earlier this week. I think it's going to be tough. I do think it's going to be tough. What are your thoughts?
So we can't underestimate Brighton. I mean, they won last time out against West Ham 2-0, and obviously they want to consolidate that 6th position. So, and they've got Reading and West Ham on their tails as well, so they don't want to be losing any positions in the league. I think the key is the early goal. If we get the early goal, I think we can then score even more. And I just think that goal difference is going to be the key. And I think to put a score prediction on, say 3-0. I'm hoping we score more than that. But as you said, it could be a close game. Brighton will want to upset the odds today.
Yeah, I've gone quite conservative. I'm trying to say 2-1. I just, even though I always know that we can turn it on, you just never know, do you? But the Mavale around the camp obviously looks really good. Old Trafford came at just the right time, I think, for the team just to break up them last 5 games and, gave us a boost going into that game because obviously we need to win that fixture. It doesn't matter if it was Old Trafford all day or away from home. So I think the mood of the camp's good. They'll be up for this. Fans will be up for it. Not too many home games left there after today as well. So I think Leigh will be rocking. It's not too miserable out there weather-wise. It's not the weather's not going to distract us or anything like that. So yeah, I think 2-1, but hopefully we're going to actually dominate the game and have a lot of possession. And I'd like to see us get quite a few shots outside the box and just put a few shots in there. You never know. Goalkeeper might stumble it or force a corner, and then anything could happen from a corner. We know that as well. So yeah, just really be on the front foot and really go for it, and give the crowd something, a bit something to cheer for. And we talk about that red wave, but it works both ways, doesn't it? They need to motivate us, we need to motivate them. So yeah, I'm expecting 2-1. I think it's going to be. I don't think we're going to have too many chances, even though I would like us to. I do think we'll take a couple of chances, but try to potentially counter attack, quite pacey. I've got a feeling that they might catch us. They might, but yeah, 2-1 for me. Um, Tune in for a bit later today. We'll probably put a match reaction out after the game. If not, Monday night match reaction show. So plenty to look forward to there, and we shall see you again soon. Thank you, guys.